Gardein is his thing. Yves Potvin is here. He's a chef. He's also an entrepreneur and a distributor, because part of it is getting, I don't know that you're your own distributor, but that's part of the magic, getting somebody to want the product.
Getting the distribution is part of the magic. We're in about 12,000 stores across North America right now.
Right.
And that's the key, is to get the product.
Sure.
And you have to bring innovation nowadays in the marketplace, because the retailer is looking for a product that sells. So you have to bring something that the consumer wants.
Any problem with borders, exporting country to country? Because they certainly do with beef or lamb. Or
yeah, no, not so much. The only challenge as a Canadian exporter, I'd like to see a dollar maybe a little bit better for me, you know, because 2 years ago, you had $1.20, now you have like 97 cents. So it creates some challenge.
Sure. What else is tough for you as a businessman, entrepreneurial businessman?
Commodity price of the ingredient. You're going to see the food is going to go up in price because, and meat and fish, etc. Because commodity prices are going higher. The price of gas, necessarily when you transport product from the West Coast to the East Coast, because we sell. So there's a surcharge of 25
so
to 30%.
much to think about. So HS2?
No, as a
calling
food,
it HS2.
HST.
HST affect
no, as
you?
a
Good
food
for
manufacturer, you get all your HST and GST back, and PST. So that's a great benefit of being in a food manufacturer.
Okay, and then you lower the price on the product, of course.
Well, we never paid it, so the price was always included.
Yeah.
So.
Tell me about the Conscious Cook.
Tal Ronan works with us part-time. He's a celebrity chef, so he was.
He's been on Oprah.
He's been on Oprah.
Were you on Oprah with him?
I was in the audience because the show was for him, because he was introducing his cookbook, and he cooked Gardein on the show, and she mentioned the name Gardein 12 times. Gardein is what I give him. Is fantastic Gardein. So I was in the audience dancing, basically.
I'm sure you were.
But
going, yes, say that
we
again.
Went, after that show, we became the #3 most searched brand that day on Google.
Wow, the power of O.
The power of O.
She endorses a book. She has a chef on. She has a psychiatrist on. Well, not anymore.
No,
but still, it lingers, doesn't it?
3 days later, he was a New York Times bestseller. Because of that
3 days later.
3 days later.
Where's Tal from originally?
Tal lives in LA, but worked with us 2 weeks out every month.
Okay.
Because he does like cooking for Ellen DeGeneres.
Of course he does. Ellen's selling her house, her $60 million house.
She did?
Yeah, she's going to. Do you want to buy it?
No. But so he cooked for a lot of those celebrities, and he's a great asset for a company, and we work really well together.
Sure, and a nice guy, it sounds like.
He's a great guy.
So when you tweak product, add a little mandarin orange or a little...
well, we do our own sauce. We do everything. So we have
Does he influence that?
He comes with us. We work as a team. We have another chef and 4 people who are doing research and development. You know, you always have to work on your product, improve it, trying to reduce the cost, come up with new items. We come up with 5 or 6 new items per year.
Really?
Once you're successful, the retailer wants more items.
Right. Now, have you had a flop item? I know even McDonald's had a flop because somebody wanted to put it was probably the president, I believe it was George Cohan, I can't remember, but he wanted to put a pineapple on a hamburger.
Yeah.
It didn't sell. They do test burgers and that kind of thing, and they thought, well, why don't we do that at McDonald's? Nobody wanted it.
It's impossible to have a 100% home run. And that's the key, though, is you have to realize very quickly that this product, for whatever reason, we did the chili lime skewers, and the beauty with social media right now, right away. I mean, we get feedback from our tweet and our Facebook that people say, hey, this one, I'm not so sure. We launched a buffalo wing. The sauce was a little too spicy. Within 2 weeks, we had like so many tweets and Facebook that we said, we need to do something. So we toned down the heat on the sauce. And that's the beauty with instant communication with your consumer right now.
That's amazing, really. And now they have what they call mock ads or mutant ads or spoof ads. So somebody can go on YouTube and do a whole ad about you, and there's nothing you can do about it. All of that. Do you have a favorite?
Well,
a beefless burger, a crispy chicken, or Sicilian trio?
A Mandarin, actually. Well, the trio is it's something new. That is, those one are frozen. You have a whole line of frozen, so they're available in the frozen section.
Oh, I see this. Okay, gotcha.
So in those, we have a full line of fresh. This is a sort of a new product for Canada. We introduced it in the U.S. It's called a trio. So you get the protein, the sauce, and also the rice included in it. So, so you microwave it in 3 minutes, and you have lunch.
Sicily, the Sicilian.
Well, it's got the Sicilian, so it's got a little bit of capers in there and a little bit of spiciness.
Yes.
So, and we have a variety of trios, but great, convenient for lunch.
Again, I'm sure. I stayed in Sicily for a while, and the food is delicious.
Delicious.
Those big
and good
rice
wine too.
balls, they make it good wine too, and beautiful country. They do give you an octopus just on the plate, I have to say.
Really?
Like no frills, just kaboom. You go, okay, I'm happy about that. I sure am.
Like sashimi style? Or?
Like, no, boink. Just the little guy just sits there. You go, okay, I'll get into that in a minute. Meatless Monday.
Yes, Meatless Monday is a movement that was started by the Johns Hopkins Center of Health, Public Health.
Yeah, Johns Hopkins, the big place.
Big place. And you know, the history behind it, well, first of all, they look at the society, the American society in general, the problem we have, you know, 30% obesity increase in the last 20 years. #1 cause of heart disease. And cholesterol, etc. But obesity is a big one. And they say, you know, we eat too much protein and in general meat. So how can we do so? So they look at First World War, Second World War, there was Meatless Monday. Because and they say, well, why don't we take this movement? And also for the environment, I think they realized that 18% of the carbon monoxide comes from the meat production in the world.
Well, sure. When you look at all the grasslands and the water and what it takes to raise cattle.
More than the car business. So they say, how can we change that? So they start this movement of Meatless Monday that we're part of it. Like, you know, whenever they offer alternative, they talk about Gardein. And it's now 50% of the people in the U.S. are familiar with the Meatless Monday. And so you have like San Francisco now has a Meatless Monday, St. Paul, a lot of universities.
What a good idea. Start small.
Start small. That's the key.
Grow big. You know how to do that because you're the godfather of the veggie dog.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Nice to see you again.
Great pleasure.
Thank you. Yves Potvin.